All right, guys, the Utah Jazz lose a tough one to the Houston Rockets. This is Hanson James. This is the SLC Dunk postgame show. Really tough loss for the Jazz tonight. Honestly, this was going into the game, I predicted the Warriors would win, or the Rockets would win it. The best team in the league, Houston Rockets, not the Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets. I had actually, figured the Rockets would beat the Jazz by a ton because they are playing remarkably well. Their offense is just a juggernaut. But then we found out that the Rockets had players resting. Clint Capela, Eric Gordon. I can't remember the third one. Let me know in the comments. But they were resting like three of their best players. The Jazz go into this game with a real chance to win against the best team in the league. And what a frustrating game it was. I mean, James Harden was James Harden. James Harden did James Harden things, MVP things. James Harden is the MVP of the league, and the Jazz actually played him pretty well. Like, he was 1 for 5 from 3, and 2 or 3 of those shots were just very well contested shots by the Jazz. Very well played. Very good defense against James Harden. They played Chris Paul pretty well, but Chris Paul did Chris Paul things. And other than that, the Rockets weren't particularly great, and they found a way to win. I'm honestly distraught. I have a headache. I don't know how long I can talk tonight, but I'm a little heartbroken by what happened tonight. 2 things did in the Jazz. 1 was turnovers. 2 was they couldn't shoot the 3 at all. Like, at all. Where are you, Joe Ingles? Since All-Star break, Joe Ingles is shooting like under 30% now, including tonight. It's hard to win. When your best shooter can't shoot, it's hard to win. If you're the Rockets and you have James Harden shoot like he did 1 for 5 from 3 tonight, but he still found a way to score 26 points. They found a way to win. The Jazz could not. Joe Ingles couldn't shoot from 3. Donovan Mitchell couldn't hit from 3. Let's see. I actually think Rubio shot pretty well from 3 tonight. What did Rubio shoot? 2 for 4, 50%. So Rubio can shoot, I guess. In Bizarro Land Jazz. I'm actually very frustrated with the Jazz. They had a chance to win this game. They should have won this game. They did themselves in, and you got to give credit to the Rockets a little bit for their defense against the Jazz that caused some of the turnovers, but some of the turnovers are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't make that pass. The Jazz had an incredible amount of turnovers tonight. It's really hurting my heart, but turnovers for the Jazz. 22 turnovers. In a game that the Jazz lost, let's see, the Jazz lost by 11 to the Rockets, but it was close at one point. So this was, the Rockets are great. They have an MVP in Harden, but they were missing 3 of their best players. There's no excuse for the Jazz. It's very hard to... I'm speechless. I have a headache. I stopped drinking caffeine 2 days ago, and it's hurting, and it's hard. And the Jazz didn't do me any favors. Derek Favors played pretty well, speaking of favors. But... yeah, the Jazz were just terrible. And I know that you can say, well, 3rd game in 4 nights, but the Jazz were almost at full strength. Yes, we don't have Dante Exum, but we have everyone else. Joe Ingles couldn't hit a shot. And I liked how aggressive he was, but he can't hit a shot. And he had the worst plus-minus on the team. This is the second time we've done this, and it's the second time we've lost. First time we did this with Joe Ingles doing a minus 17, eerily similar, actually. We lost to Portland. Tonight, Joe Ingles, minus 18. Whoo! That's rough. And that's not just bad shooting, that's bad passing. Joe Ingles had 3 turnovers tonight with 3 assists, but that's a 3-to-3 ratio. That means that's a wash. And then when you shoot Joe Ingles 6 points, 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, man, that's rough. That's really rough. Donovan Mitchell has had a mini shooting slump lately. 1 for 9 from 3. Couldn't hit a 3. I guess he could hit 1, but he missed 8. It's tough. It's hard to overcome. So the Jazz are in just some sort of shooting slump right now. It's tough. Jeff Shotoko Maluendo, can't understand. No PG in the end of the first half. The lead was reduced to 5. Then third quarter, Ricky Rubio was attacking the Rockets. Sub 6 minutes, immediately 5-0 run by the Rockets. Ricky Rubio played pretty well tonight, actually, which is one of those very little takeaways you can get. He played pretty well. If we get Rubio back, the Jazz now have 5 games in a row they should win. Should. They barely beat the Mavericks, by the way, who are tanking. So I don't know if there's any shoulds at all right now with the Jazz until they get their form back. Adam Ray King, we're not going to make the playoffs, are we? We probably make the playoffs still, but that's if the Jazz decide to stop turning the ball over 22 times a game. It's almost like the Jazz needed a score off the bench that can put up 30 points on any given night. Maybe Hood is available. I don't know, guys. Hood's getting a lot of heat in Cleveland right now. They lost a game they shouldn't have lost, and he's getting a lot of heat. I don't know if Hood wins us this game, maybe. But you know what's going to help us? Getting Dante back. DM is starting to settle for perimeter shots. He needs to be aggressive like Harden and fish for fouls. He wasn't getting the fouls. This is the one thing I'll say about the fouls. They weren't giving it to him. Like, Donovan got some of those fouls that Harden gets, and he didn't get them. And he will eventually get those when he's a superstar on Harden's level, and I believe he will be eventually. But Harden's a superstar, and you just have to guard Harden a certain way. And the Jazz actually did a pretty good job against Harden. The Jazz defense tonight was actually pretty good. And if you're a Rockets fan, I would think a Rockets fan agreed. The Jazz played pretty good defense. Like, they did. The Jazz just were terrible on offense, turned the ball over 22 times and shot, let's see, as a team, the Jazz from 3 shot 24%. That's the game. 22 turnovers, you shot 24% for 3. That's it. Game over. You know, for the Jazz team who really focuses on the 3-point shot and most modern NBA teams, it's over. It's curtains. You shoot that bad and you turn the ball over that many times, it's over. I'm frustrated. My head hurts. I can't yell like that. What am I doing? When are you guys got to come massage my head or something? Refs hand out fouls to Harden like candy. Yeah, that's his game, though, and that's a talent. Getting fouls is a talent, and it's one of Harden's best talents. You know that going in, and the Jazz guarded Harden well. They did not make shots. So, guys, that's really all we've got to say tonight. It's a really tough loss to a really good team, albeit they were down 3 players, and it hurts like crazy. It kills me inside. But anyways, the Jazz will bounce back. They've got 5 games coming up that they should be able to win. Like I said, or like we've said before, they struggled against the Mavericks, who are tanking, and somehow they found a way to struggle against them. So the Jazz luckily they have a few days to figure out their shooting or offense or whatever it is in these next few days to find a way to win some games. But they should get some wins these next 5 days. They start off with the Wolves, who are injured with Jimmy Butler hurt, and then some other sub-500 teams. Should find a way to win. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe to this video. Please go to slcdunk.com. Read everything. Make sure that you like and subscribe this video on Facebook. Search SLC Dunk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow everything. Follow me. My name's @HandsonJames on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. Just don't be a jerk. All right, guys. Talk to you later.